have a lot to talk about. I said, I doubt it. Well, hi guys, my name's Kristin. I love cats, I crochet, and I drink hot tea. Who's ready to party? All right, got some hot tea drinkers. That's always good to hear. Yeah, pinkies up, people. I do, I crochet, and a lot of people are surprised by that. I get made fun of at home in LA. My friends are like, you crochet, that's such an old lady thing to do. And I guess it is, crochet. It sounds old lady-like, you know, so I want to rebrand it something cooler. So I looked up the word origin, and crochet is a French word that means to hook. So I'm a hooker. Crocheting because I can do it anywhere. I take just a ball of yarn and some scissors, you know, and my crochet hook, you know. But when I Googled hooker supplies, that is not what came up, you know. I was like, what am I going to do with that? You know, I'm not going to be very comfortable crocheting in those thigh-high leather boots, you know. My stilettos will get caught in my granny squares, you know. I do crochet. When I run out of yarn, when I want to get my hooker supplies, I got to go to Joann's. You ever been to a Joann's? You know it. Joann's has a smell. You guys have been to a Joann's? I found my people. Yeah, it smells like Christmas in a hoarder's garage. Like, that's what that smell is. That's exactly what it sounds like. It smells like someone's using the employee break room microwave to cook essential oils. That's what that smell is. Every woman in there has a 40% off coupon and some of those essential oils in her purse. And if you get in between her and the fabric cutting table, she will blacken your eye. But don't worry, if you put some lavender oil on that, it'll go right away. So I do like to crochet, but I don't like that when you're crocheting in public, people think you're friendly. I don't get that. Like, I like to take my crocheting with me wherever I go, and I was crocheting on a plane the other day, and just like a normal human being, just crocheting away, and the lady sitting next to me on the plane, she's watching me crochet like a weirdo. She thinks that's a good reason to have a conversation. She looks over, she goes, ooh, me and you, we have a lot to talk about. I said, I doubt it. But why do you think so? She goes, you crochet? I knit. And she pulled out her knitting and started knit. I've never been so embarrassed in my life. And boy, was she wrong. I didn't talk to her the whole flight. Which was kind of a problem, because when we got up, she left her phone sitting on the seat, and I didn't know what to say, so I just started shouting, hey, knitter! Which is not something you want to shout in a crowded, enclosed space, because I think some people misunderstood me. So if you see someone knitting at a distance and you need to get their attention, use the politically correct phrase. Say, hey, African American. Could save your life someday. See a lot of couples out here tonight. Yeah, oh yeah, you guys look romantic. Yeah. Let me ask you guys, since you're such a romantic group, do you guys believe that there's somebody out there for everybody? You do? Oh yeah, me too, I do. I think there's a lid for every pot. I do. That's right. I think that life is just one big puzzle, you know, and you're just a puzzle piece waiting for your missing piece to click in next to you. I think there's someone out there for everybody. I mean, sometimes you see people and you're like, not them. No, they'll die alone, you know. But us, there's someone out there for us. No, I do. I think there's somebody out there for everybody, even the die-alones, you know. And this was affirmed for me not too long ago. I was in Las Vegas, and I was doing what you do in Vegas, just walking down the street, people judging, you know. That's what you do. People, you call it people watching. That's not what you do. You wish it was, yeah. People watching, I think, I've never done it, but I think it would be like, oh, I wonder how old that kid is. Where'd that man get his shirt? I wonder where they're from. I've never had thoughts like that, no. My thoughts are more like, that kid should be on a leash. He's a fatty. She's a harlot. Well, anyway, I was in Vegas and I saw this couple, and they were meant to be. Let's just say that. They were meant to be. You know? Just rare and exotic birds that found each other, you know? It's a man and a woman. Both of them had ponytails, you know? Both wearing socks and sandals, you know? They were two double XL people, both wearing fitted medium shirts. So there was all kinds of spillage. They were both holding iguanas. That's the part that caught me. Yeah, that's... Otherwise, I just would have been like, huh? And I was like, huh? Anybody else? Anybody? And I wanted to know what their love story was. You know, because they were together, obviously, and they had a love story, you know, and so I followed them for a little bit. And then after a while, I got kind of bored and was like, I'll just make it up. Here's what I think happened. They fell in love at the reptile store. Well, on the lizard food aisle stood a girl named Sarah. She had a lazy eye and was chewing on her Hera. She was humming the theme song to Deep Space Nine when a boy with a ponytail caught her good eye. He was breathing kind of heavy when he reached for the iguana treat. Sarah got nervous, started staring at her feet. Ivan said, I really like your sandals and your socks. Sarah said, that's nice of you. They're Crocs. Then they talked about iguanas and they talked about Star Wars, never thinking they just found love at the reptile store. So Sarah came over and she brought her iguanas to Ivan's little room in the basement at his mama's. He showed her his comic books and action figures too. Then they stayed up late watching Doctor Who. He was breathing kind of heavy when he walked her to the door, and a goodnight kiss turned into something more. They both did something they had never done before. And that's a story about how two crazy lizard lovers found love at that reptile store. But if I did have a pet, I want a cat. I want a cat real bad. I just think they're so cute. But I can't have one because my wife's allergic, which is a Latin word that means selfish. But I still want one. And I'm a woman, and I've learned from other women that if you want something and you want change, sometimes you got to march for it. So I've just been marching around my house lately, protesting. What do I want? A kitty cat. When do I want it? Meow. I want a little kitty cat, any kind of kitty cat, an ugly little kitty cat, a one-eyed kitty cat, and when do I want it? Meow! Short hair, long hair, I will cherish any kitty cat, well, unless it's hairless. This is a deal breaker, those are gross. Have you ever tried to pet a hairless cat? It's like trying to pet a warm baked potato. It's purring and I want to butter it. It's... Hey, hey, ho, ho. Find a cat with hair and let's take it home. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I'm gonna get a cat. You take a Claritin. So bring me kitty cat right meow. Meow. I want a cat because I travel. That's why I can't have another animal, because you can leave a cat alone for like 6 months, you know. You shouldn't, but you totally can. Yeah, you leave a cat for like 6 months with enough food and water and litter, and you come home 6 months later, cat is still alive and kind of mad. Passive-aggressive about it. But they'll still come up to you like, oh, meow! Where have you been? You're like, uh-oh. I'm gonna have to clean some poop out of some shoes. Couple days, cat's fine. Try that with a dog. Come home a couple months later, you're like, uh-oh. We're gonna have to bury that, yeah. So I do, I travel a lot, and I love to travel. I think, I travel for work because I'm a comedian, but I also travel for fun, and bless you, and it's polite, you say that, it's like a birthday wish, otherwise it won't come true, you know. I travel for work, but I also travel for fun, and one of my favorite ways to travel is I love a couple's vacation. I think it's the best way to travel, just you and your boo away from home, because the hardest thing you ever have to do on a couple's vacation is figure out, should we eat again? We just ate. I don't care. I'm snacky. Well, we don't have anything else to do. Let's just eat. Let's just be naughty. Let's grab a sandwich. Mwah. I love it. You turn into different people on a couple's vacation. You say stuff to each other you'd never say at home. Like, if you wake up before me, wake me up. Because I don't want to miss the sunrise without you. You don't say stuff like that at home. No, at home, you're like, if you wake up before me and you wake me up, I'll kill you. You wake up before me, you just lay there. Don't even get out of bed, because you cannot do that quietly, because I don't know what our sheets are made out of. Dorito bags? Come on. Lay there. Try not to breathe so loud. Why do you breathe so loud? I love you too. One of our favorite places to go is we love to go to Hawaii. Oh my gosh. Have you guys ever been to Hawaii? Oh, Hawaii. Oh, Hawaii. Who hasn't been to Hawaii? Anybody right there? Okay, I'm going to tell you all about Hawaii so you'll want to go. Yeah, and if I don't get something right, don't correct me. Hawaii is a beautiful, magical land filled with beautiful places and beautiful people and a language that's like It's like you got a bad rack of tiles at Scrabble. Just all vowels and H's. And some K's. What are you going to spell with that? Wiki, wiki, wiki. It's a confusing language because some words mean multiple things. Like everybody knows the word aloha means hello. It also means that's confusing. It can mean hello and goodbye. You don't know if you're coming or going. It means hello, goodbye. It also means love or I love you. So you have to use situational context to try to figure out what someone's saying when they say aloha. Not too difficult. Like if I'm getting out of an Uber driver says aloha, I can safely assume the Uber driver is in love with me. It happened a lot in Hawaii. Because that was looking good. And some pretty big puka shells on. The words there are hard to pronounce, a lot of weird syllables. But I learned 3 words pretty good. I had aloha, mahalo, and melikiliki maka, which is the thing to say on a bright Hawaiian Christmas day. Not terribly useful on a Tuesday in July. But I said it a bunch. Anyway, I was trying to prove to the natives that I was just as local as they were, because I'd been there for 10 days. So one day at dinner, I'm sitting there, my waitress came up, and she asked me, she said, "Can I get you anything off the Wiki Tiki drink menu?" And I'm like, yeah, you can. Tell me if I'm not pronouncing this correctly. I would like to try the Coca-Cola. Nailed it. She goes, "Wow, that was super close." That's pronounced Coca-Cola. I said, "Great, make it a diet." Stupidly, I had rented a car while I was there, and I say stupidly because all the street signs in Hawaii are in Hawaiian. Yeah, it's in America, so you'd think there'd be like a Maple Street or an Elm Street. There's not even a Macadamia Street. If you want to go down to the old McDonald's, you got to go down E-I-E-I-O way. It's my favorite joke of the whole special. That's it. So I'd rented a car, I can't find my way around, and I want to go have a traditional local Hawaiian lunch. So I'm asking the concierge of my hotel, how do I get from here to a place that the locals would have a local Hawaiian lunch? So the concierge is giving me directions to the Cheesecake Factory. He says, "You're going to want to leave the property and make a left on Lua Hawaiiawea Boulevard." And it was one of those words that when he said it, it sounded like there were ukuleles playing in his throat. Lua Hawaiiawea to the Cheesecake Factory. When I tried to repeat it back, it sounded like I had been hit in the head with a coconut. Lua Hawaiiawea. Oh no, which way am I going? I don't know. So I was like, maybe you should write it down. So he draws me a map. Cheesecake Factory is on the corner of Lua Hawaiiawea Boulevard and Wiki-Liki-Tiki Street. Now, I'm concerned at this point because I drive a little fast. I'm like, what if I accidentally mistake Wiki-Liki-Tiki Street for Wiki-Tiki-Liki Street? Make a wrong turn, end up at the bottom of a volcano and anger the gods because I am not a virgin. It rains for 2 weeks. I ruined someone's wedding. I'm not going to have that. So I pull out my phone. I was like, this is a job for Siri. I asked Siri to GPS it. I said, hey, Siri, how do we get from here to the Cheesecake Factory? Listening to Siri try to say Luauwewe Boulevard was better than swimming with the dolphins. Hey, Siri, how do we get from here to the Cheesecake Factory? Bing! In 30 feet. Turn left on Lua, ha-ua, ha-ua, ha-a. Bing! Recalculating. In 20 feet. Turn left on Lua, he, bing! Recalculating. In 10 feet, turn left on L-U-A-H-U-A, U-A-H-U-A, U-A-H-U-A, U-A-H, U-A-H-U-A, U-A, bing! Go to the old McDonald's on E-I-E-I-O way. I don't have any kids. I just don't. I don't have any kids. I think I could still have some if I wanted to. Like, sometimes I think I'm too old to have kids up here. I think I could still make one if I needed to. Like, if there was a baby shortage... and the government was like, we need all able-bodied women to start making some babies. I'd be like, yeah, what kind of baby you want? You want an awesome baby? I'll make you a baby, put it straight in baby sports. Like a baby-on-baby bare-knuckle boxing tournament, you know. 2 babies in or only 1 baby leaves. That's my baby! I just think I'm too mature. That's all I'm saying. I realize this because I have a little niece, and we were hanging out not too long ago, and when I'm around her, I realize I have a little trouble relating to her because of our age difference, because she's 4 and I'm not. She's super into Cinderella right now, and one night she was over, she wanted me to read her that story, and so I did. And since I'm not around kids that often, I was treating it like book club. Read the story and then discuss. So at the end of the book, which I did not care for, I was like, well, I didn't like that book. What'd you think? She's like, oh, I liked it. And I said, why? She said, well, I really like Cinderella. And I was like, I did not like her. At all. She goes, well, Aunt Kristin, what did you like about the book? I was like, well, if I had to pick something, underrated character, unsung hero of that story, I like that stepmom. Cinderella was a pretty good housekeeper, but kind of ungrateful to the stepmother that took her in. She was always complaining, a whiny brat if you ask me, complaining about the fact that she had to clean. I mean, come on, this nice lady put a roof up over your head, so suck it up, Cinderella, and make your bed. Suck it up, Cinderella, make the bed. Well, despite her attitude, she gets invited to a party where she starts hitting on the hottest guy around. Well, come on, Cinderella, no wonder your stepsisters hate you. Cinderella gets around, goes straight into town, starts getting around. Then she gets drunk and starts acting like a stripper. She loses track of time, stumbles down the stairs, loses her glass slipper. Drunk people lose shoes, drunk people lose shoes. Sober people never do. Drunk people lose shoes, drunk people lose shoes. Sober people never do. Let's look at the moral of the story that we learned from Cinderella. If you're a whiny little floozy, goes to parties and gets boozy, you'll attract the wrong guy who might be rich but has a foot fetish. Cause if you think about the prince, he likes to make girls try on shoes, try on shoes. Let's look at the moral of the story that we've learned from this song. Drunk people lose shoes, drunk people lose shoes. Sober people never do. Drunk people lose shoes, drunk people lose shoes. Sober people never do. It's sing-along time, so everybody sing good. Drunk people lose shoes, drunk people lose shoes. Sober people never do. Sober people never do.